got to tell you, there's a time when you pray where I don't need a God that spins planets into orbit. I just need a God who understands. For those of you that don't know, our son lost a 6-year battle with cancer. Still got a program. It was 2 years ago this week, but I still got his program from his celebration of life in my iPad. 6-year battle with cancer, left 3 small boys, passed away at the age of 35. You know, when all that happened, I'm going to step out on a limb here, Pastor, and I tell my preachers, if you start a sentence with, I'll let the pastor clean this up when I'm gone, then don't say it. So I'm going to filter here. But I wonder, I'll say I wonder if there's some songs we sing that would be hard to sing at the cross. Because if we sang them, Jesus would have to get down. And when we were at the bottom and we were going through the last days, it wasn't this majestic God that I met. It was a God who had become flesh and suffered. He didn't keep back from suffering. He went to the cross. He was betrayed by friends. Everybody left him. And while we were holding our son, it wasn't that majesty that ministered to us. Jesus said, if I be lifted up, that's what's going to draw people. You may think that's about worship. I've studied it. I've asked biblical scholars. It has nothing to do with worship. The very next verse says he was talking about how he was going to die. If I be lifted up on the cross, that's what's going to draw people to me. And when we're weeping in the night, it's not his majesty, the height of his majesty that draws us. It's the depth of his suffering. It's the depth of his suffering. You may find this strange, but my wife found comfort in the fact that he allowed his mother to watch her son die in his 30s, because that's what my wife did. And when it all comes down to that moment, I know he's right with me. He's beside me. And when I wonder about how everything is going to turn out in my life, and it's a crisis of faith when you have a crisis in life. It's a crisis of faith. And I'm thinking, oh God, where are you? And I discover he's right next to me.